What's up, y'all? Hey, people, no, I'm specifically going to talk about women today, have prostituted themselves for social media. Women on social media have prostituted themselves. We gonna talk. We ain't talking about men right now. We ain't talking about. I ain't saying men haven't. But we talking about the women today. Women have prostituted themselves for fame. We're going to talk about it today. I'm Marjiré with Marjiré with Purpose. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe on this content. Let's get into this. Welcome to Marjiré with Purpose. I am your spiritual and intimacy coach and host, Marjiré. Don't forget to hit the like button and share and subscribe this content. We will be discussing all things relationships, intimacy, spirituality, and how to integrate all three. Again, like, share, subscribe. Let's begin. I am going to go over a couple of clips. I'm so annoyed. And I'm in all orange. I like it in all orange. But whatever. We are going to be talking about this lady all over social media. Like we talked about on Sunday, the woman talking about how her boyfriend, it ain't even husband. We ain't even talking about husbands, okay? We talking about boyfriends. Is doing these women dirty and they all over social media. Gotta let everybody know their business, but I'm gonna just get right into this. I usually kind of diddle daddle and do other things, but I just want to get right into this because I really don't feel like talking about it because I'm so annoyed. I'm so irritated by this lady, by all these women. Got to get on social media and I'm gonna stay to the end. I'm gonna really show and tell how I really feel about it. So hang out to the end and see how I really feel about it. But this is just my thoughts briefly. But we're gonna watch a little bit of this lady telling whatever she got going on, and then we're gonna talk shrimp about it. Let's get into this.
It's been a really long and tough couple of nights, and I guess day or so because this thing happened yesterday. But I did want to come over.
Oh, I forgot to do a disclaimer. I'm gonna be cussing. I'm gonna be cussing because I'm irritated. So just put you extra Christianese people on alert. If you don't like cuss words, this ain't the episode for you. Turn it off right now because I'm gonna be cussing. So just had to point that out and let y'all know. Put the children away. Don't have the speakers on loud because I'm gonna be saying bad words. Okay, let's go.
Here, and because I already posted these pictures, which I know are gruesome and not self-explanatory, I did want to come on here and kind of explain what happened with everything. So this might be a multi-part, not a series, but I guess video, because I don't want to be talking on here for 20 minutes. But I did want to come here and talk about pretty much what happened. Yeah. Just to start, this is a really heavy source of pain for me. Sorry. I it's been really hectic. So basically, long story short, to start, I'll start the situation from when I left town. I decided to go on a trip with my mom. Originally, my sister was supposed to come on the trip. I don't even want to get into the weeds of that and make this about my sisters. I've been seeing comments and their contributions that are extremely negative. It was all relative to this European trip that we were supposed to take. They didn't end up coming, or one of my sisters didn't, and that just became its own thing, which is now why they're, I guess, showing support for this guy. I don't want to get into that. I just leave it to them and their platforms, whatever. But we were planning this trip and I booked the tickets. The reason that I did not want to go to Europe with Ronan is because honestly, I just want to be honest with you guys. He couldn't afford it. And I know that if he was going to come out there and we were going to go to all these beach clubs and restaurants, I was going to be taking on the bulk, if not all of the financial responsibility, as was pretty standard in the relationship, because he does not have a job. So I was going to be taking on the bulk of that and I did not want that. So I did not invite him.
Lord, I just got pissed off. I just got really pissed off. He don't have a job. She's planning on, and let me just say, we don't even know if this man is a real person. Okay, for all we know, she punched herself in the eye just to be on social media. So I whatever, but the first 2 minutes of her story just annoyed me. He don't got a job. He don't got no money, but you're gonna take him on vacation with you. Lord have mercy. Jesus, help the fools, Lord. Help the fools, because I just can't. I can't. Help me, Lord. I've been praying. I had to pray before I watched this because this aggravated the hell out of me. But we gonna watch it. I'm gonna woosah. And we gonna watch this. I'm gonna do my best to watch this peacefully. But we gonna watch it.
him to Europe. And I didn't think it was a good idea that we even went together because right before the Europe trip, he'd gotten caught cheating with someone like down the street. It was like this big thing. And I don't want to get into that either. But I just did not, I had checked out and I stopped wanting to be with him. Um, and that is why I stopped posting content with him. I had originally stopped posting content because I did not want to be in a relationship with him anymore. I also had a real guilt in my heart about the fact that I knew what was happening behind closed doors, and I know what I stand for. I know I'm a girl's girl. I know I'm an advocate for okay, I know I'm an advocate for women and empowerment and information exchange and love and honor and all of those things. And was going on behind closed doors with us did not align with the things that I promote and take pride in publicly. Um, so I wanted to take this trip, and I ended up booking it. He was very upset that I booked it. He wanted me to take him. He wanted me to pay for him to go. At one point, he asked me to put him on my car loan so that he could take out a loan to go to the trip, and he would pay. They could use my car as collateral or something like that. I was like, no, I just want to go by myself, and I ended up going. I ended up booking this trip. My mom ended up coming because all of this fallout happened with my sisters or whatever. And on the trip, I had decided to separate myself from him. Now I want to start with the day before I left. No, the day that I left. The day that I left, he actually tried to make me miss my flight. He the entire day was he physically assaulted me. He sprained my toe. I had bruises from head to toe. He just hurt me, and he just kept on physically assaulting me. And again, like I think it was because he just didn't want me to go, and I almost didn't even make the trip. I actually was 5 minutes. Oh, sorry, I got to the airport at 4:03, and the flight left to Europe to Ibiza at 4:50. They told me I was originally not going to get on the flight, and I actually ended up getting on the flight because I was crying and limping and like, no, I planned this whole thing. My mom's waiting for me in Spain. What am I going to do? So they literally let me check my flight, which I already checked in the car, but they let me check my bag and such. So we were good. But leading up to me going to Ibiza was hell. I was physically assaulted over and over and over again for hours and hours and hours on end. Which
Okay, she just lied. Cause who says I was physically assaulted? Who says that? Either he was whooping your ass or he wasn't. Who says I was physically assaulted? I was physically assaulted for hours on end. She has one black eye. I don't see no other bruises or scratches on this lady. Let's look. Let's take a better look. Let's take a look. Somebody's been physically abused for hours on end, as she stated. She would be bruised everywhere. She got one black eye. Maybe the other one is a little bruised. And like I said, for all we know, she did this to herself. Okay, she don't take him on the vacation. Allegedly, she allows him to whoop on her before she go on the vacay. Does she call the police? Don't sound like it. If you're being physically assaulted by hours on end, but you don't call the authorities, what are we talking about? What are you talking about, lady? Lord have mercy. Help the fools, Jesus. Help the fools, Lord. Cause yeah, we going there's two parts to this. I'ma see how I feel before I get to the next part, but we gonna watch it. We gonna watch it.
I made my family aware and such, and that in conjunction with his cheating, in conjunction with his inability to provide or keep a stable job, are the reasons that I was like, this Europe trip is going to be time that I use to reflect to cut him off. Okay, so I just want to end this part with saying that I decided to go on a trip. I decided that during the trip we would go our separate ways, and the trip was for me to find myself again. And he abused me prior to the trip, like the day of me going to the trip. So it just like further confirmed that we would never work. And I made sure I called my building before I left because I was able to get him out of my apartment. He wanted to stay when I was gone. I did not want him in my apartment, did not want him driving my car. I took my keys with me. I locked the door. That was a huge, huge, huge fight. Oh my God, it took me hours to get out. But I made sure and I called down to my building for proof. I have a witness that I told them, do not let anybody in my apartment while I'm gone. There are no authorized guests. There was no authorized guest. Nobody can go in my apartment. Do not let anybody in my unit. And then I flew to Europe.
Let me guess. You're thinking
So-
about going to therapy. And as a therapist myself, of course I'm going to say that's a great idea.
Okay. So she says that let me make sure I'm on the right stuff. There's a couple. How many parts to this is it? Lord. She says he was physically assaulting her for hours on end before her trip. She don't call the police. She goes to the airport limping, but she don't call the police. She tells the door people don't let nobody in. Lord have mercy. Jesus. He don't got no money. He don't got no job. And it's not up until this point that when you're about to leave for Europe that you take this time to reflect. I don't want to say what I'm really thinking. I'm gonna keep that to myself. But ooh, Lord have mercy, because it ain't right what I gotta say. But let's watch part two. I got it on extra double speed because I don't feel like listening to this in slow motion.
Him, I was very hurt, confused, and lost. I wanted to let him. Once I got on the flight, I started texting him. I was very hurt, confused, and lost. I wanted to let him know how I felt, and I kind of wanted him to feel the pain that I felt. And I was just telling him I hate him and all of these like things that women say when they're super upset and traumatized.
Lord. So she get on a plane after the whoop her tail. She don't call the police, but she texts him to tell him how she feel. To hurt, so he feel the hurt she felt. I don't understand this. I don't understand. This is so stupid, and I'm hate that I'm I'm covering this. I hate that I'm covering this, but I want people to see how ridiculous this has gotten with these people on social media wanting to show their stupidity in these relationships because they think they're exposing the man. Oh no. 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 You're not exposing him, honey. You're exposing yourself, and you're exposing how people don't like this word. And I'm gonna do another disclaimer. But people you don't like the word, but that's what it is. You're showing how retarded you are. And these are women with degrees. Disobedience make you retarded. I don't care how people feel about it. Don't like it. I don't care. But disobedience make you retarded. That's all I got to say about that.
So I was texting him all of those things like, you did this, you did this, you did this, and I'm so upset and whatever. He was pretty much dismissive about it. I'll probably like post the text.
Let's see if I can read some of the text messages. Let's see if I can scroll in. Let's see if we can make this bigger. Oh, it's making everything else
you
bigger.
did this, you did this, you did this.
I'll make the. It says you act like I hit you. This is ridiculous. Just keep running to your camera. That happened from me covering your mouth. And then her messages say, "You hit me. You slammed me, choked me, slammed my head on several walls, slammed me on the floor, cursed me out all day long, hours and hours. I'm on the plane, completely injured. I hate you. I'm going to show everyone what you did." And it says, "Just put my chain back on and stop. I'm no saint. I love you entirely, though." Okay.
And I'm so upset and whatever. He was pretty much dismissive about it. I'll probably like post the text here. And I just decided at that point and during the trip that there was no more reason for us to speak. We'd been through too much. There was too much abuse and cheating and all that stuff that went on. So I decided to sever ties. I blocked him from everything, would not let him contact me. He started harassing my mom. My mom also had to block him and tell him stop contacting her. He then reached out
So these are all the phone calls
to my sisters. My older sister wasn't going for it. My two younger sisters, different story.
You grown, right? What is this, Michael? Was all that necessary? You knowing me, all that you felt was necessary.
But form your own opinions on that. I don't even want to talk about it. And so it was finally time for me to come home. I got
Knowing how I love your daughter, and her response, "Do not question me about what I do on my vacation. You will get the entire wrath of my family on your head. Find something safe to do, Ronan. I was trying to be nice to you, but you came here announcing y'all are broken up
to my building on July the 12th at I believe 10 o'clock at night.
and it's not y'all broken up, and it's not my job to police and stalk her, and it's not yours either. I don't tell grown women what to do." So I guess this is a text messages to one of her family members. I guess her daughter. I mean her mother, because how much I love your daughter, so it's her mother.
And when I pulled up to my building, I was on the phone with my dad and I was talking about how excited I was to be back. And lo and behold, he was already standing in front of the building waiting for me. I don't know how he knew what time I got in. I don't know how he knew he knew what day I was supposed to be coming back, I think, from when we had talked before. I don't know if he'd seen my ticket. I just don't know. But he knew, he timed it. He was standing in front of my apartment building waiting for me outside. When I didn't even get out the cab. He opened the car door and was like, let's go. He grabbed my bags from the cab driver and he tried to take my stuff upstairs and he told me we're going upstairs.
First, we offer overnight boarding. Your pet will stay overnight in your sitter's home and not only be treated like part of the family, but treated like a king or queen honey. Next, we have house sitting. Your sitter takes care of your pet and your home.
Okay.
I told him we are not going upstairs, and I told him that I did not feel safe with him going upstairs because I know that he was upset that I'd blocked him during the trip, and I knew that things were getting out of hand. And if I got alone with him upstairs in my apartment, that I was going to be further physically assaulted and pressured into things that I didn't want to do probably. So I did not feel safe with him going upstairs. We had not spoken for quite some time, and I told him he couldn't go upstairs. He had my bags in his hands. He starts yelling, shut up. He starts name calling me. He starts grabbing me. The security guards downstairs see him grabbing me. There's 2 security guards, and they immediately try to alleviate the situation. They're like, hey, stop touching her. She said you can't go upstairs. You can't go. There's a huge argument in the lobby. He's like, I'm going. I don't give a fuck. Tell her. Oh, I don't know if I'm able to say that on here. Hopefully that doesn't get flagged. I don't know. I've never done this before. But he's like, I'm going. I don't give an F. Tell her that, she needs to take me upstairs. I just need to get my stuff. Mind you, he had told me early on when I'd first left and we were having those text exchanges and I'd locked my door and left the house that he called security and they had escorted him into my house and they had already given him his property. He had gone through my apartment, got what he wanted and left. So this is all in contravention to me calling security and telling them not to let anybody in my unit when I'm gone under any circumstances, to which they agreed to. They didn't care. When I left, they went, used their master key, unlocked my unit, and let him into my apartment. And he was able to take whatever in his things. He is not on the lease, and he is not an authorized person in the building. So I don't know how and why that happened. So when he showed up, as I was coming back from the airport, demanding that I take him in my apartment to get his things, I was confused because I knew that he'd already been in that apartment with security, allegedly.
All this going on and she ain't calling the police? What? I'm confused. He went to her apartment. Was no breaking and entering because the security let him in after she allegedly told them not to. So I don't, Lord. See, folks, need to be praying but this circumstance right here don't require prayer. This man had no job. And she's like, oh, taking care of the financial part of it, like for the bulk of the relationship. Women, let me tell y'all something. Men have no respect for a woman that takes care of him financially. He don't got no respect for you. He has lost all respect for you and himself when you financially take care of a man. He don't got no respect for you. And he will show you he has no respect for you. Lord, I don't get it.
He was like, oh, they walked with me allegedly like to get his stuff. And I know for a fact he was in the apartment, but I don't know if he got anything. I don't know what he did. I don't know what him and security were doing. He's made friends with the security guards at the building, and I guess they had a relationship where they were taking him in my house. Long story short, security let him into my building when I was not there. So when he did come back and meet me and bombard me at the door when I finally got off my flight, demanding his things from my apartment, it was strange because he already had been inside my apartment to get his things. So I don't know. I would not let him in. A entire debacle ensued. I told him, I finally said, hey, I'll go upstairs and get your stuff because he was manhandling me downstairs to the point where security had to intervene. I said, I'll go ahead and get it and bring it down, but I do not want you coming upstairs to my door. There are 3 points of security access when you get to my building. There is the concierge desk, the elevator, and once you get up the elevator, which requires key access, there's a middle door which requires further key access to the units. So I'm thinking like, okay, he really can't get to me. I'm just going to bring his stuff back down through the elevator and just call it a day. Well, when I left my apartment and came out of residences, those middle doors, he had gotten up the elevator somehow. I don't know with the security, I don't know how, but he was standing with 2 security guards charging his phone on the wall and then causing a scene saying that he needed to get to me to talk to me. I handed him his things immediately and was like, gotta go. I turned around to leave and he starts chasing me down the hallway. Security starts chasing him. So everyone's chasing each other. It's very ghetto, very strange. And I'm telling him I don't want to have a conversation. There's literally nothing to talk about. At that point, I was over it. There's so much that has gone on, so much egregious, nefarious things that have gone on in this relationship. I did not want to talk. Security asked me in front of him, do you want to talk to him? I said, no. They said, listen, sir, she does not want to have a conversation with you. You need to go. They had tried to physically restrain him because he was trying to physically attack me. And he stood in the hallway and he was just like, no, it's fine. She's good. I'm not touching her. He always does that. Like he'll try to be like, oh, he'll put his hands on me. Like, I'm not putting my hands on you, but you are. He told them I'm not touching her, blah, blah. At that point, I like slid against the wall. I'm like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? I think I have a little video clip of that. I'll try to add that to this actually.
Yeah. Nobody's calling the police. Jesus. Help us. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. She on the ground like a victim. Ain't nobody called the police on this man if he's causing such a stir. Why isn't anybody calling the popo? And he's already assaulted her. She has not called the police. Allegedly assaulted her. But she is in the hallway playing games with him. She playing games. She playing games. She playing games. How many times have we heard women just throw stuff out the window? Just throwing their stuff out the window. How many times have we seen that? For men cheating, never mind whooping on them. Men cheating, that women just throw the stuff out the window. Why is this not an option for her? Why is she out in the hallway playing with this man? What is this? What is this games? Social media games. People, I believe, I truly do. You know what? I'm gonna hold that. I'm gonna hold that for afterwards. I'm gonna watch this. I don't know how. I think it got another part actually, but I'm after this. I'm done.
After the incident with security, they were finally able to get him to leave, and he left. Though he called me all night long, he finally did leave my property. Next thing you know, I go to sleep. I wake up early in the morning. He's at my door. He's pushing himself inside the door. I open the door to see who was outside the door, and he's pushing himself inside. Apparently, he had bypassed security, or actually, I don't think he bypassed them.
She don't got peepholes. She had to open the door to see who it was. She don't got peepholes to look through the door and see who it is. What? Let me go back. Let me go back a little bit. Let's look at these apartment doors. See if we can get a glimpse of these apartment doors. Let's see. Because I'm curious. There's no peepholes. Let me see something. I'm doing some investigating, cuz. So it looks like the doors really don't have no peepholes. That is dangerous. What? Mm. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Hey, niece. Mm-mm. No. The doors don't have no peepholes, y'all. So she had to open the door to see who he was, letting him in. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Though he called me all night long, he finally did leave my property. Next thing you know, I go to sleep. I wake up early in the morning. He's at my door. He's pushing himself inside the door. I open the door to see who was outside the door, and he's pushing himself inside. Apparently, he had bypassed security, or actually, I don't think he bypassed them. I think that they were in on it because he did say, which was confirmed, and I'll release all of this video footage by the security guard, that the woman downstairs spoke to him and showed him some group chat between the security guards discussing the incident from the night prior. He also did say that he was somehow able to come up. He went through the elevator, which again requires a security card. He went through the residential door unit, which requires security, and he got to my door. He pushed himself inside, and the first thing he did was try to force himself upon me. I did not want to have sex with him, and I just completely was like over it. I was obviously still upset from the night before.
Do you ever try something just to prove that?
He did not care. He wanted to have sex at that point. I was telling him to leave. I told him I did not want him to be there. I told him several times, and ultimately, like, I guess maybe a couple hours later, like this went on for a little while, the physical fight started. It started when he picked me up and by my face, and he slammed me on the couch, and he called me a stupid fucking bitch. Damn, can I say that on here? He called me a stupid effing B. And then he just continued to grab grab my face in the palm of his hand, smash his face in there, and just kept palming me, snatching me, squeezing my face. My lips are busting at this point. My mouth filled up with blood. My nose filled up with blood. He's throwing me around. At one point, he slams my head against the bathroom wall. He's spitting loogies in my face over and over. He slams my head against the toilet. He's holding me against the toilet. He's smashing my face against the toilet. He's dragging me all over the apartment. I'm actually trying to fight back. I am hitting. I am swinging. I am scratching. But obviously, he's much bigger than me. I'm like 140 pounds. I'm 5'10" though. And he is like 6'3", 200 pounds. So there was a very obviously uneven power struggle there. I continued to swing at him. At one point, I did hit him right here, and he got really mad at that. I realized the more I fought back, the more upset that he was. So he came up to me, he grabbed me by the face, literally by the face and the neck, and picked me up and slammed me on the floor. I believe that is when I got a concussion, as ruled by the hospital later on. While I was on the floor, he then punched me in the eye. My eye's looking a lot better now, but it was like really looking bad. He hit me in the eye, and then he hit me again in the face. So I'm on the floor. My face is swelling up. My nose is bleeding. My mouth is bleeding, and I can't even open my left eye. Literally, the moment it happened, it immediately started swelling, and it was just a mess. From that point, I lost consciousness, and I started shaking, and I just remember begging him to take me to the hospital. I knew that he wasn't going to let me go anywhere alone. I knew he wouldn't let me make any phone calls because he took my phone. So at that point, I just started begging him to take me to the hospital.
She begging him to take her to the hospital. Good Lord. Just the ridiculousness of this. I just can't even. I can't even. Look, I ain't never been in an abusive relationship. No. I can't deal with that stuff. Niggas to have to die. Niggas to have to die. I don't understand how it gets like this. It's he's in there for a couple of hours, she said. I see, I just, maybe I don't have understand. Maybe I don't understand. Maybe I'm being lacking compassion in this situation. I don't know. Maybe y'all tell me what y'all think, please. But I don't understand the how things get like this. I please somebody tell me who's been there, who's been in it, because I just can't comprehend. I can't comprehend it. She didn't call the police on him the first time. She didn't call the police on him the first time. She went to the airport limping instead of calling the police. He's friends with the security in her building, so they're letting him in the building. All this going on, ain't nobody called the police. The security guards obviously see him physically abusing her. According to video footage where she in the hallway and they can't get him out. No one is calling the police. Where are they? Where is this? What city is this? What city is this? But you know what? A lot of people do not want to get involved in domestic disputes because they know a lot of these men in these domestic violence situations will kill somebody. So we praying for her to be covered and protected, that she don't get killed, that he don't come looking for her, that he don't unalive her because of this, because that's what a lot of these do, and praying that she don't get back with him, because she might be saying all this and posting all of that, but don't mean she ain't gonna get back with him. I don't care how violent it is. Don't mean all this she posting, it don't tell me nothing. It does not tell me that she's over it. Ain't nothing telling me that she's saying I'm over it. I'm over it. We'll see. We'll see. I'm praying to cover her, Lord, in the name of Jesus, and help these women. Lord, have mercy. Help these people that refuse to do what God tells them to do, refuse to live a life according to the will of God, and then complain about the consequences of their own decisions. Because this a nigga she picked. This ain't a man God picked for her. This a nigga she picked. After ignoring all the red flags, he don't got no job. He's using her money, asking to go use her credit so he can get a car. All these red flags she's ignoring. She ain't saying what else. What else other red flags he was showing that she was ignoring. She ain't saying that. I just wanted to hurry up and get through that, because I was so annoyed. I was so annoyed that this what we've come to? Get yourself in a bad situation, get yourself in a bad relationship so you could talk about it on social media? Is this where we are? Yeah. At this point, folks is willing to get the bag and willing to sacrifice their dignity. They're willing to sacrifice their dignity. Because again, I say all I can think is these women think they're exposing these men. But girl, you exposing yourself. You exposing yourself. You're exposing how foolish you are. You're exposing how you lack discernment. You're exposing that you are I'm gonna say it again. Disclaimer, trigger warning. Women are showing how retarded they are. These women with these degrees. A lawyer. Supposedly, she's a lawyer. We just watched the fitness instructor Sunday. Yeah. You cannot tell me these women ain't picking these niggas on purpose. You can't tell me they not picking them on purpose. Just to have something to talk about. Just to be able to go on social media and talk about it. You can't tell me that they ain't that these women don't know. They're picking broke niggas on purpose to have a social media story. And it's really sad. It's really sad. intelligent women. And I guess they feel like women, everybody's going to take their side. I'm a girl's girl. What does that even mean? What does that even mean? I'm a girl's girl. What does that mean? What does that even mean? I'm a girl's girl. Yeah, that's where we are. They pick men like that to control too. They think that's what they think they're gonna do. You right, because they don't want a man with as much sense and money as they got, because they can't control that man. He know what's going on. They want a nigga they can control, or they know ain't gonna do right, so they can have a social media story. Lord. And I saw somebody in the comments like, well, thank God she didn't have a baby with him. Thank God. Thank God. But Lord, help us, Lord. Help us, Lord Jesus. It's really sad. It's really sad where we are today. It's really sad. Social media has become, I don't know the words. I don't have the words. I don't have the words. It's become a trap. It's become a money trap for a lot of these young people. And not really, and these folks ain't that young. Well, they about my age, 30s, early 30s, close almost 40s. They ain't that young. It ain't like teenagers, which I'm sure they got they own set of drama. But a lot of these folks is too old. They too old to be doing the stuff, dumb stuff they be doing, and to be on social media bragging about it like it's something to tell. They should be ashamed. I don't care. That lady should be ashamed. She should be ashamed of herself. Going on social media telling everybody how dumb she is. I'm sorry. I don't feel sorry for her. I hate that she had to go through that. No woman deserved to be beat like that, and that nigga deserved to have his ass whooped. To beat on a woman like that. But also, I feel like she picked him. She picked him, knowing what it was. He whooped on her the first time. She didn't call the police. She didn't take the necessary steps to protect herself. She got a nigga that he don't got no confidence in himself. She picked him. She picked him. Well, I have this other clip I wanted to share that just had me in complete frustration once again over these females. My niece sent me this. I just thought it would be interesting to see this. Look at this. Listen to this chick. These damn gender reveals. Ain't nobody married. Gender reveals is the new wedding. That's what it is. That's what my daughter said. Gender reveals are the new wedding. It is sad. Ain't nobody get married. Everybody's so excited to be a baby mama, baby daddy. Well, let's see how excited this chick is at this gender reveal.
I'm gonna do a little piece.
The whole thing.
No, I want to share it with people. Cheers.
Cheers.
What do you think, boy or girl? Girl, I want a girl.
I don't really know.
You ready?
Yeah. You ready?
3.
Yes.
You ready?
You ready?
3, 2. Wait, close your eyes. Right
Close
here. 3, 2.
Close my eyes or what?
Yeah, 3, 2, 1, go.
Tell me to open them.
You ready?
You pull it out yet?
Pull it out, pull it out.
Open them?
No way. She is crying like a 5-year-old child. He laughing. She looked 12, and not in a way like young, and she looks like childish. But you know what? These dudes be getting these crazy biatches pregnant, and then be complaining when they be doing crazy biatch stuff. You got that crazy biatch pregnant. You did it. He did it. He got her pregnant. Now he got to deal with whatever crazy biatch stuff come with being with her. The people in the comments, I said this is why she will forever be a baby mama and never a wife, because she's crazy. And somebody said, is she 5 years old? Worse. Said immediately unliked. That reaction is very telling how she is going to treat that poor little boy. If you can't love your child no matter what unconditionally, then you are not ready to be a parent. You could tell she wasn't ready to be no parent. The world's all about her. She just got pregnant. This is embarrassing. I know he was embarrassed. Yeah. Grown women, by the way. That ain't no grown woman. That's a little biatch. Imagine her son watching this video when he's older. He gonna feel so unwanted. That is sad. It really is. Good dad, bad mom. He ain't all that good a dad. No, he's not, because he ain't think about the well being of the children before impregnating these women. So he ain't all that good a dad. Sorry, y'all tweaking on her, but pregnancy hormones be wild, especially depending on the person. So yeah, blame it on the hormones that she crazy. Yeah, like I told my son. Like I told my son, because I know I was crazy pregnant, crying all the time. If that woman is crazy before you get her pregnant, you get her pregnant, she is going that crazy gonna multiply 10 times for the most part, especially when they that young like that. Because you know she ain't but 25, if that. Lord, help the children. Jesus, help the children. I'm Lord, I'm so done with these young social media. These women have become social media prostitutes, is what they are. Is what they've become. So many have become social media whores, social media prostitutes, prostituting themselves for social media fame. And it's sad. It's really sad and frustrating because look, they already don't like black women. And that's all I'm seeing is these black women getting on. Not like, again, I can't say it ain't white women doing it. White women, I ain't saying white women ain't doing it. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, as a black woman, as a black woman, what I'm seeing, what I'm noticing online are the black women. And it's like, y'all, they already think we ain't got no sense. They already think we all Kamala supporters. They already think ain't none of us never gonna be married. Everything you hear on social media is about, oh, black women ain't never gonna be married. Black women, baby daddy. There's always, and it's just so sad because you see it constantly perpetuated on social media. That's what frustrates me, is that it. So I thank God for my platform, being a married woman. I was a baby mama for a second, for a hot second. But at 19 years old, I knew, I'm like, Lord, I'm not finna be living with no baby daddy talking about we living together, talking about this my boyfriend. We got 2 kids, but it's my boyfriend. I just couldn't, the words, I couldn't allow that at 19 years old. That's why we got married. I might have did it backwards. I might have did it all wrong, and I might have, my poor husband. But he knew what was right in his heart, and he and I both knew what was right in our hearts to live in the will of God. And by the grace of God, we survived. The Lord helped us. The Lord guided us. We had people around us willing to and fighting for our marriage. We had people around us supporting our marriage, teaching us how to be married, how to be a husband and a wife. What does that look like? So we need more of that. We need more people showing these young folks how to be married and how to not so much honor the sex outside of marriage, which I know a lot of people um are in support of, because if they weren't, it wouldn't be so common. So whether in the church or out of the church, a lot of people are in support of these people having babies outside of wedlock. I'm not in support of abortion. I ain't saying abort the babies, but help people to learn to be parents, to be responsible parents, and how to be married and how to raise a family. That we need more. We need more people teaching that. We need more of that. So, well, that's my rant for today. We praying for these young women. Jesus, help them, Lord. Help us all, Jesus. This social media culture has ruined young women, young and old, because it ain't just young women. We see old women doing the same goofy stuff. Like you too old. You too old. Early 20s, teenager. Okay, I can understand. I get, give them some grace. I understand a little bit. They don't got folks around them training them up, teaching them the right way to live. I could see that. But when you start moving into the 40, 50, 60-year-old women, no. Now you ridiculous. Now you ridiculous. But for these young folks, we pray for the young folks to get people around them who want the best for them. Married people around them that enjoy being married, that love their husbands and wives, to get around them, to get around them, to encourage them in the Lord, to encourage them in marriage and how to be married. And yeah, hit the like button, share, subscribe. Yes, what a man. Yes, help us all, Jesus. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. That's all I got to say about that. Help us all, Jesus. Hit the like button, share this. I know folks ain't gonna like this. It's gonna make a lot of folks mad and uncomfortable, but it is what it is. Well, I don't. I will say, I hope y'all enjoyed that, but I hope you learned from it, because I did not enjoy watching that. I did not enjoy watching that stuff, but I'm praying that people learn from it. Use the discernment God gave you. Listen to the Lord. Women should not be dating men that don't have their stuff together, can't support themselves. Any man dependent on you financially, run. Run. It's different if y'all already married and he had it at one point and now you got to help the brother out. That's one thing. That's your husband. But I'm talking about these boyfriend situations where he not even your husband. He ain't never supported you. It's one thing your husband used to support you, have supported you, is one thing. But when you got a Negro that ain't never did nothing for you, you've been supporting him out the gate since you met him. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't you dare do it. Don't you dare. Well, that's all I got for today. I'm so over that. I don't know what to do. Jesus. All I can do is pray. Pray, pray. Help us. Lord, help us. Otherwise, I love you guys. I'm gonna let y'all go till Friday. Enjoy your week. Pray, pray, pray every day, all day, and keep flying with the Most High. And I love you guys. Deuces.